Dear USA, all nations and 7.9 plus billions of humans, I hope you are all on the same page on this regard, that I'm providing very, very crucial, very, very important civil justice for myself, and it's a multitasking is the wisdom. If you are all on the same page, this is about the deadliest scandal of the Second Amendment, and all the 27 amendments has been destroyed, and it's all coming under the classification of the tax fraud, and all the crime, no matter what, it's all tracing only to the St. Peter's Basilica, Pope Francis. Okay, so I will quickly read through this. So how Supreme Court Judge Brett-Kavanaugh of October 2018 and Amy-Barret of November 2018, lawmakers of USA provided USA elections 2020 without having amendments for Native Indian tribes, without having amendments for child marriage population, without having amendments for Swiss Guard, Vatican rifles, deadliest nuclear weapon, drugs, trash, fraud, crime. So USA Prostitute Supreme Judge Amy-Barret was elected to be the Supreme Judge only in the November 2020. And USA Prostitute Supreme Judge Brett-Kavanaugh elected in October 2018, and both of them got elected only in the President Trump's Republican administration, says it all, of that crime of the Pope Francis. And Brett-Kavanaugh stole my rightful job, isn't it? So I have to get back that rightful job. That rightful belongs to me, right in front of the entire human kingdom only. And Brett-Kavanaugh and Amy-Barret, anyways, they will be resigning any second because they provided deadliest crime. What crime they provided? When there is a USA Barrett Rifles Drugs of USA, right? That's a deadliest crime. So that means Amy-Barret and Brett-Kavanaugh, they only created the Georgia shooting and Colorado shooting here. Because by not writing that rifles drugs law in the amendment law chart, they failed in the justice process, isn't it? So they're the ones who created the Georgia shooting and the Colorado shooting, and the Barrett Rifles Drugs of USA is headquartered in Tennessee, state of Tennessee, where Jack Daniels is there, ruling by Queen Elizabeth II. That's where this Barrett Rifle Drugs organization headquartered in USA. And I don't know whether the Amy-Barret was named after the Barrett rifles or not. Right? I just wanted to include this in the session because this is, Barrett means it comes in a lot of umbrella. There are about 10 companies at least I educated. Out of these, which is a parent company, which is an umbrella company for all these rifle organizations. It is a Swiss Guard Rifle Drugs headquartered in Vatican, right in the nose of the Pope Francis. So these two people are the prostitutes prostituting with the Pope Francis, and that is how they became to be the judge. It is done, that is a proof that Pope Francis only mandated Brett-Kavanaugh to provide robocall poverty for me, mandate for me one side, and also to steal the rightful job belonged to me, and also to throw acid on my face and scars on my face. Got it? How I'm proving the real crime of Pope Francis? Here. So this all works out correctly, right? Meaning I'm unlocking the puzzle as is more. Why President President Trump and the CBI, the FBI director, they created the presidential alert text message. It was all a chain reaction of the process. They all joined hands to throw acid on me. It's right after that presidential alert text message, Brett-Kavanaugh hand mandated the US Cellular to provide the robocall for me. It came only from Washington, D.C. location, when US Cellular is headquartered in Chicago. And the robocall poverty mandate provider said so. Meaning, I only figured out USA Cellular headquartered in Chicago. But then, sometimes these foolish people will leave some loopholes, isn't it? And that robocall poverty mandate, as if he is a tax collector. He was saying, oh, I'm going to Chicago to collect one more tax process for another client like that. Then I traced it out, every single crap. Well, it is my understanding even before Brett-Kavanaugh, prostitute, became judge, Supreme Judge, he was a judge in that area only, Washington, D.C. area only. So they never thought that I, Vedapriya, will crack down on all the loopholes and then nail down on the forehead of Brett-Kavanaugh. They just thought, let's throw acid on Vedapriya and mandate poverty and she'll die. Because she will burn from that acid alone and the scar alone, and she will die. And then Brett-Kavanaugh can live freely. No, that's not how it works in the jurisdiction process in civil justice law when the justice process is provided, right? October 2018 passed. So Brett-Kavanaugh thought, oh, he's coolest. October 2019 passed. Oh, he thought he's still living free. And October 2020 also passed, right? Now, I nailed on the forehead of Brett-Kavanaugh. He's a super filthiest prostitute here. Amy-Barret is another prostitute, right? He's a super prostitute. Where on the earth these two Supreme Judges going to have their faces? You all tell me now. How President Joe Biden only is a deadliest scammer, hell creator, versus President Trump is innocent. Can you all see it? Can you all see with your own eyes, God-given eyes, how and why exactly President Trump is puppet and is an innocent man? He was able to track me down, but he was not able to provide that job to me. That itself says it all, isn't it? When President Trump was able to track me down, why on the earth same President Trump was not able to provide me the Supreme Court judge job when all the nations competing that Vedapriya alone must be their national leaders and Vedapriya alone must be the Supreme Judge, including USA knows, two different governments. One is Republican government and one Democrat government. Both of them listen to me only, right? Both the presidents, they were providing the task because I was providing the wisdom only. So they knew. I have a strong endorsements from those two presidents alone. I don't know anybody of them. I don't know them. They are purest form of strangers to me. But then, can you all see how the presidents becomes puppets in the hands of Pope Francis? It is always whatever Pope Francis says goes. And he kills anybody who stands in his way. Pope Francis kills anybody who stands in his way. Not anymore. Because I've kept the knife on the throat of the Pope Francis, isn't it? He has to say either Hail Mary or he has to say Hail Holy Cow. Whatever. Right? You all should always, now you all must have got some kind of little bit of cue here and there. How on the earth this Vedapriya has kept the knife on the neck of Pope Francis when nobody could able to do that, right? So you figure out, who am I? Keep working on that task. That's a homework for you. I will reveal it. I will reveal it. So now tell me, where is Brett-Kavanaugh and how Amy-Barret is going to keep their faces? So, Amy-Barret became Supreme Judge without banning the USA Barrett rifle drugs of USA in state of Tennessee. It's one of the slave state. It's a state that has been ruling by Queen Elizabeth II, the prostitute. Can you see why Amy-Barret is a prostitute for Queen Elizabeth II? And she will do all kinds of prostitution which Queen Elizabeth II is asking her to do. And Brett-Kavanaugh is also prostituting with Queen Elizabeth II, isn't it? Now, leave everything. Let's say Amy-Barret have never even heard about that Barrett rifle drugs of use in state of Tennessee. Let's keep it that way. But they should have known REPUBLICA, Vatican, Roman Catholic Christianity, Swiss Guard, rifle drugs headquartered in Vatican. which they created it for deadliest wars worldwide in different forms and avatars, in different brand names, and mandating the population to kill and fight each other every single day. Amy-Barret, a woman, right? She should have known, isn't it? And so can you see how the women in the government, women in the justice divisions are the superest, highest level of evil. Deadliest evil means venomous prostitutes, right? She talks sweetest, isn't it? She talks sweetest. And Brett-Kavanaugh, he also talks sweetest. These are all the behavioral and mental disorder patients. These are all mental disorder patients, deadliest wild endangered species. Right. So, President Trump, with or without awareness, has assigned a deadliest wild endangered species to be the Supreme Court judge. Means, imagine what happens when a nation is given to the foolish people. Foolish people. These people, they wanted to come get the job only for the job, only to power grab, abuse the power, not to help the population, not to help the population. And today, this moment, they will resign any moment. USA government is going to ask them to resign because your blood are boiling, right? We all got to know that these two supreme judges who are the new elects, they are the deadliest prostitutes, prostituting with Pope Francis, the prostitute, Queen Elizabeth II, the prostitute. Prostitute here, prostitute there, everywhere prostitute, and the crap of prostitutes, right? Yes, my dear fellow mankind, it is Brett-Kavanaugh and Amy-Barret and each and every single supreme judges created the Georgia shooting. They must be thrown in the jail after all. It is they who should be thrown in the jail after all. It is they who should be provided with the death penalty right now. Right? Because they failed in providing all this law. It is because they failed in providing this law. The Walmart is selling these drugs to the population, and the population is going to the Walmart and getting these rifles and shooting people. So everything traces where? Supreme Court judges. That means Brett-Kavanaugh and Amy-Barret must be in the jail right now. Are you getting it? Are you getting it about the crime I'm talking about? Yes, there is a little bit of innocence there. I can bail them out to live free, that's all. I'll say, get out right now, this second, just get out of the holiest justice office and just resign immediately. Means I'm preventing them from getting more curse. Alright? Nobody dared enough to stood up and said Brett-Kavanaugh is a prostitute. Kamala Harris never dared to say. She provided all the questions and she became famous in that session only because she is the one, after her session only, he became the Supreme Judge. Right? Amy-Barret, nobody came in, and Mitch McConnell, the prostitute, used that exploitation mode, the confusion mode, and he created that he should be thrown in the volcano for provided all this kind of a crap. But still, even in that moment, I can allow him to live free only. Because he has to live free. The Mitch McConnell must live free to see the acid he threw on all the population and just watch by that he should live. That is a civil justice. That is an excellent punishment I can give him, Mitch McConnell, the prostitute. Right? I don't know whether God will even forgive Mitch McConnell. It was a very last minute. Even I'm absolutely positive, even President Trump must have been pressurized to provide that judge job for Amy-Barret. He was, all along, in this entire scandal, he was only providing the show. Discomfort mode show. Cannot tell it out loud. Always he was mocking. Whenever he was mocking, he used that as a military Morse code of communication. Nobody got it. Everybody thought he was just mocking. But he just passed out an inner military code of message there. Nobody got it. How a president becomes helpless mode. The Ruth said, whatever that lady, She died. Before she died, she said her wish was like she wanted to wait until the new government to take over and to assign a new Supreme Judge. But Mitch McConnell, immediately, within 2 days, right? Not even not even with whatever, she became elected immediately. Because from November 20 to January 20, they do not want to wait. He's got all the supreme highest level of curse, Mitch McConnell. President Trump is innocent. President Mitch McConnell, less innocent. I don't know whether God will forgive him or not for whatever he did to the humanity, for destroying the humanity. He got the curse. Nobody, even I cannot help. I already said, right? I'm a helpless mode. Amy-Barret and the Brett-Kavanaugh can fall down on knees before me. And I will say, I'm sorry, I'm helpless, because they themselves took the curse on themselves, right? For them, only dollars and the dollars blinded their eyes, the salary, the power grab, the fanatic love of job, title, Supreme Judge, lifetime job. That blinded their eyes, that destroyed the human nerves in them. They chopped their consciousness, right? That's how he stole the rightful job that belongs to me. And he trashed a woman, and then only he became a Supreme Judge. Is he a man? You all tell me. Can he be a judge? By trashing a woman only he became a judge. Can he be a judge? Can he be a judge? Today, these two people are got the wrath of the true God, isn't it? Because they never provided a law. There is no law. Amendment means law. In that law chart, after the 27th amendment, 28th law must be of child marriage population created by Pope Francis a prostitute. Then 29th law must be the Swiss Guard rifle drugs, deadliest weapon, nuclear weapons created by Pope Francis. Then the 29, 28, 29, 30th must be, there is never amendment that says only 9 native Indian tribes has the highest eligibility to become the president of USA. That law must be there. It's not there. Now today, this moment, USA federal government is going to ask Brett-Kavanaugh to resign immediately. And USA federal government of USA is going to ask Amy-Barret to resign immediately. And then, you all got it. Supreme Court judge organization going to be sealed and shut down for human endangerment, for healthy justice endangerment, for national operation endangerment. A nation do not have birthright to provide injustice. They provided injustice anyway. Oh, there is no other crime, my dear friend of mankind. When nobody in the earth can slap on the USA government and teach the wisest way. I am only teaching the USA wisest way means what? I proved and I'm proving I'm the true owner of USA. Got it? And worldwide knows that. Germans knows that. America will come and then slap on the face of USA government, and USA will fall down in knees before the America. The Russians knew a true love, a true woman will stand up and slap USA government left and right, and USA government will fall down, absolutely fall down in knees before the true woman. A true woman will provide the civil justice rightful way. It is happening right now, isn't it? Either Brett-Kavanaugh should say he has heard about what is Vatican, or he has to say, oh sorry, I am Supreme Judge, a God of USA, I do not have any time, I don't know what is Vatican, I don't know who is Pope, like that he has to say. Amy-Barret has to say she has heard about Pope Francis or Vatican, or Swiss Guard Army. Or Amy-Barret has to say she has never ever heard about who is Pope Francis, don't know what is Vatican, never heard about Italy, never heard about Holy Bible, never about Roman Catholic Christianity, don't know what is Swiss Guard rifle trials. Either way, I won the case right now here. It's a home run case, right? It says what? Foolish people, the abusive people can get away free by fooling population, but they can never fool true God of true Christianity. Got it? Amy-Barret thought that she is a supreme judge since November 2020, December 2020, January 2020, February 2021, January 2021, February 2021, March 2021. She is going to resign. Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether God will forgive them. These are the deadliest, poisonous prostitutes. Yes, I can accuse them with whatever words that come up out of my mouth. I can accuse them this, accuse them that, with whatever quiz words are there in the list in the Oxford Dictionary created by Queen Elizabeth II. I can accuse them. Nobody will dare to ask me, right? They stole the rightful job from me. Are they humans? I know what is justice and what is injustice when Amy-Barret don't know what is justice and injustice, and Brett-Kavanaugh don't know what is justice and injustice. Now tell me, what on the earth President Joe Biden going to do? I said, when I'm displaying crime after crime, it is President Joe Biden going to faint and pass out. Worldwide is watching. Even President Joe Biden is helpless mode. Everybody is helpless mode here. Out of control here. Well, do you think Brett-Kavanaugh will mock at President Joe Biden in the jail cell? Or will Amy-Barret will curse Joe Biden in the jail cell? All of them are in the jail right now. Be it Senate, Congress, Speaker. They're all lawmakers, right? What on the earth were they doing all these years? What on the earth were they doing? Nothing. Just getting salary after salary, and they were doing nothing except they were torturing population. Down to the earth, they created the Georgia shooting and the Colorado shooting. How many more shootings do you all want in your lifetime to see and enjoy and get tortured with this kind of injustice? You tell me. For how long? For how long? Just because I'm educating wisdom, it is Pope Francis mandated Brett-Kavanaugh and Amy-Barret to mandate the Georgia shooting and the Colorado shooting to create fear to the population. It's a national punishment. It's not a crucifixion, but it's another form of a crucifixion. Slow torture to death. Because people who are survived by the death people, they have to live for the lifetime scars, isn't it? Some people will die out of the depression alone. Some people, I don't know. It's a lifetime scars he created, he mandated. It is Brett-Kavanaugh took all the curse of the Vatican. It is Amy-Barret took all the curse of the Vatican. Are they humans? Which injustice is okay for you? Is Mitch McConnell, the cunning prostitute, okay for you? Or is Brett-Kavanaugh, the cunning who stole the rightful job from me, is okay for you? Or Amy-Barret, the evil, the double, highest level of prostitute, Amy-Barret, Supreme Judge, okay for you? Which one is okay for you? For how long we population have to be undergoing through this kind of a shooting torture every single day, living out of fear? Oh, if I'm going to go out, will I return back? Oh, if I'm walking on the road, will I die? Oh, if I'm riding on the car will become an accident? Why? Is this how the people should live? No, never. In true Christianity, humans always will be celebrating festival of true love. So Brett-Kavanaugh, he never married his true love. He yielded to sexual immorality. Amy-Barret never married her true love. She married sexual immorality. She yielded to sexual immorality. That blinds the eyes. Can you all see the severity of how the eyes blinds when the people yield to sexual immorality? Right? Just because they are white skinned, they are portraying to the world they are the holy God of USA. No. Right? They assigned genetic modified good foods, healthiest, that alternates DNA and RNA, mRNA. Are you puking blood with pus? Being aware of how the crime is being unfolded by this wisest lady, Vedapriya, right? The crime of USA government. For displaying this kind of a crime, it is USA must pay me $1 billion salary right now. For I displayed the deadliest criminal, true criminal, who created the Georgia shooting is Brett-Kavanaugh after all. Who created the Colorado shooting is Amy-Barret after all. And that traces back to Queen Elizabeth II and Pope Francis, because they are all slaves to Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth II. They are going to do whatever Pope Francis is asking them to do, no matter what. Right? And all along I am displaying why exactly President Trump is innocent. He is innocent. In my book of civil law, he is alone is innocent for me. Amy-Barret is not innocent. Brett-Kavanaugh is not innocent. Got it? That's the wisdom there. So now tell me, you all keep working on the answer. That's all the civil justice. I signed the civil justice for them today. As in Holy Bible only. When they were born on this earth, they must have never ever in their lifetime had a clue that in March 2020-21, they will be judged in front of Vedapriya, true Supreme Civil Judge. That's a key word here. True Supreme Civil Judge, and they'll be thrown on the jail. They have to be thrown on the jail only. Only because of the innocence identified, I can bail out Brett-Kavanaugh, I can bail out Amy-Barret, the prostitute. That's all I can do. That is the least minimum help I can do as a Supreme Civil Judge right now. I'm helpless, my dear fellow American. They took the curse on themselves, right? They took the curse on themselves. When all the scandal is going on, that Amy-Barret could have said for a little word, hey, hold on, let's not rush on this process. There's the deadliest COVID-19 going on. Population are dying. Homeless are dying. Right? Let's fix that. Let the elections part be provided. Let's wait. It's not going anywhere. Let's wait. And then we can work on how to provide that Supreme Judge power. At least she could have said, isn't it? Because she's a woman. So that means, can you all see how the evil women or the prostitutes are there? They never can be caregivers after all. She is the deadliest prostitute, my dear fellow mankind. Deadliest wild and endangered species. But then the entire USA is worshipping Amy-Barret as God and Brett-Kavanaugh as God. This is what the society is all about. Got it? The educated society, they see only illusion as a truth. Whenever there's a truth, they will mock and they will trash the truth in the trash. So right now, the society, the educated population must be name-calling me only with all the Q's words. Because they're all worshipping Brett-Kavanaugh as God and Amy-Barret as a God. Not even aware they backstabbed 300 millions of humans without writing those 3 laws. They can never be judges, my dear fellow mankind. They still got the job. They still got the job. And it's the same thing, Queen Elizabeth's grandson got the job in California. Highest paying job, right? How the talented got wasted one side. How the people just like that get to the workforce just like that without having any talent. They have the talent given by God, but then all I'm saying is they don't know what exactly they have to do in the job and still they get the job. Highest paying salary. Right? Can you see in all this chaos, if all this shooting and everything is happening every single day, it is God's name alone is glorified, and how Brett-Kavanaugh became an absolute fool here. Though he stole my job, he was living free for 3 years. Today he is a fool, isn't it? Can you see, this is how God's name will be glorified always, my dear fellow mankind. He, Brett-Kavanaugh, Mitch McConnell, they are the ones who tied up through God's hands. Got it? Now we all got it how it's always unfortunate happens to the innocent people. It is because these people become God, above God's mode. They abuse the power. That way nobody can ask, because every single crap they're providing, they signed it as a legalized law. That means Brett-Kavanaugh stealing the rightful job from me is illegal. They provide it as a legal law. So nobody can ask the question. Right? But today everybody became fool, and worldwide is seeing Brett-Kavanaugh as a super duper prostitute. And how can a prostitute be a supreme judge when never even provided three important laws? How can Brett-Kavanaugh the prostitute and Amy-Barret the prostitute can be even supreme judge? So they got the curse. Yes, today they can fool you and me, they can fool the entire population, they can fool the Republican government, Senate, GOP, House of Representatives, they can fool Democrat government, GOP, House of Representatives, and the presidents. But they cannot fool true God, right? They got the curse. I don't know whether God will forgive them or not, because I became helpless mode. They can just fall down in knees before me and beg. For me, I will say, why are you begging me? I am helpless. I never asked you all to throw acid on me. Please go fall down in knees before God and ask forgiveness from the God. Because I don't know whether God will forgive these foolish people or not. They are deadliest prostitutes. And this is a behavioral pattern of prostitutes, how they will fool the population in the name of illusion, in the name of temptation. Right? A nation providing a wrongful justice is never a nation. So that means Supreme Court justice organization should be sealed and shut down immediately. Within 1 second must be sealed and shut down. Do you not know that? So I will read the other part of the civil justice. Okay? And that would be how USA REPUBLICA and Democrat government, GOP, Senate, Congress, Speaker, House of Representatives provided elections for child marriage, population, Swiss Guard rifles, drug dealers of Vatican, Native Indian tribes in the past 500 years when Antichrist prostitute, Pope Francis created child marriage hell, and Swiss Guard deadliest rifles, drugs, tax fraud, and 27 amendments of USA never provided any election law guidelines for always forever. Native Indian tribes have highest impasse eligibility to be president of USA. So that means Brett-Kavanaugh has to say whether he knows what is impasse, or he has to say, don't know, have never heard about impasse when he's from accredited law school. Amy-Barret has to say whether she knows what is impasse, or she has to say, don't know what is impasse when she is from the accredited law school. I never went to the law school. I, Vedapriya Prose, Native Indian tribe, Christian Jew of Israel, Judah, Jerusalem, true owner of USA, did not voted. So, I, Vedapriya Prose, proved elections 2020 is a deadly scandal in entire life cycle of USA operations, and prostitute Pope Francis destroyed USA operations, and President Joe Biden 2024 never fixed Vatican, Swiss Guard, rifles, drugs, tax fraud scam. And President Joe Biden, interim leader of USA now, and Joe Biden should resign now. And I, Vedapriya Prose, true owner of USA, must be the interim leader of USA now as in Holy Bible guidelines. And I, Vedapriya Prose, must be the Vatican leader for prostitute Pope Francis destroyed election services of USA. I can only wish you all are aware of how deadliest crime is provided and talking about. That needs to be fixed immediately, my dear fellow mankind. Without fixing all this crap, government should not even bother to operate. Still President Joe Biden shamelessly is operating, and he got the curse from the God. Only I don't know whether God will forgive President Joe Biden or not, because the crime is super skyrocketing. That it's not a joke here I'm talking about, right? Okay, then elections 2020 of USA destroyed by prostitute Pope Francis is proved, and USA must provide tax-free millions or billions of salary for I displayed deadliest elections crime to USA. Prostitute Pope Francis must resign now, and I Vedapriya Prose must be the Vatican leader now with civil justice served, as in Holy Bible guidelines only. President Joe Biden violated national operations guidelines and must resign now for Swiss Guard rifles drug tax fraud crime. I Vedapriya Prose must be the interim leader of USA now is civil justice served, as in Holy Bible guidelines. Without having amendments for child marriage population created by Antichrist, without having amendments for Vatican Swiss Guard rifles drug dealer tax fraud crime, no amendments for Native Indian tribe eligibility highest to be President of USA amendments. How on the earth Supreme Court Judge Brett-Kavanaugh and Supreme Court Judge Amy-Barret of USA provided elections in past 500 years and in 2020? How child marriage population, Swiss Guard rifles, drug dealers of Vatican, Native Indian tribes provided voting process in USA in past 500 years by Supreme Court Judge Brett-Kavanaugh and Supreme Court Judge Amy-Barret. Why prostitute Pope Francis destroyed 27 amendments of USA, and why USA never disciplined prostitute Pope Francis for destroyed USA operations and allowed true criminals to live free. State of Wisconsin, Department of Government of USA must pay tax-free $500 billion for State of Wisconsin never provided Prose salary to I Vedapriya Prose. Department of Supreme Court Justice Government Agency of USA must be sealed and shut down for human endangerment. And Supreme Court Judge Brett-Kavanaugh and Supreme Court Judge Amy-Barret must resign now, as in Holy Bible guidelines only. And I Vedapriya alone can bail out banks of USA. I Vedapriya Prose must be the Supreme Civil Judge, Family Law Judge, Children Law Judge, Medical Law Judge, Finance Law Judge, and all types of judge to lead USA and nations worldwide is civil justice served. I Vedapriya Prose must be the Global Poverty Relief Medical Director Chief for all nations and must be ambassador of all nations starting with India, and must get dual citizenship and USA must rename Lord Ripon Building in Tamil Nadu after my name. At fault and found guilty in all counts of crime of deadliest human wild endangered species, Vatican Jesuits crime of Department of Federal Banks of Divisions, USA is as of March 23, 2021, civil justices. How Supreme Court Judge Brett-Kavanaugh and Supreme Court Judge Amy-Barret, Supreme Court Justice Agency of USA even provided elections voting process for child marriage population, Swiss Guard, Vatican rifle drug dealers population, and Native Indian tribe population, and tax codes and tax credits and tax returns process for child marriage population created by Antichrist Pope Francis. It's impossible, infinite level impossible for USA to provide this kind of an injustice. They provided this injustice anyway. They got the curse. They got the curse of crimes of all counts of crimes of Vatican. Nobody can help USA at this point of time. How Supreme Court Judge Brett-Kavanaugh and Supreme Court Judge Amy-Barret, Supreme Court Justice Agency of USA provided welfare economy improvement process since 1935, when Antichrist Pope Francis provided deadliest Swiss army nuclear weapons, toxic lethal drugs, and war crimes worldwide. So at fault found guilty in all counts of crimes of Vatican Code of Abuse, tax law mandate, Department of Government, Department of Banks, Department of Insurance, Department of Tax, Department of Revenue, Department of Treasury of USA must be sealed and shut down in next 1 second. USA nation do not have any birthright to collect tax of any form from population, and it is deadliest crime proved by I Vedapriya Prose, and in true Christianity alone that is never tax is a proof why Pope Francis is never Christian and is the deadliest human endangered Islam, Judaism, Zionism, paganism, communism, destroyer of all nations. So prostitute Antichrist Pope Francis must pay, should pay tax-free $500,000 trillion to each civilian times 7.9 plus billions of humans for provided elections 2020 scandal tax fraud crime in USA. Thank you all for your time. Take care. Bye for now.